Two teams just about a 3.5-hour drive from each other on Florida's I-75. The Jags and Bucs are underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now Lawrence on first down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 61 yards. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, we're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score, line up for the PAT, fake it, and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a loss here because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball in the 2-yard line and bring my offense out.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game, faking it is bold enough for the 15. That's quite another thing.
I know a lot of people fall back on analytics, but still, I think that person would tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give them credit.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Open man is Jalen Darden. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way.
Now the ball comes loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Andrew Wingard in to make the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Devon Hamilton coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
And Brady's throw there incomplete.
Get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
A big play there on the keeper.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to
touchdown, Jaguars. 49 yards for James Robinson.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
So that CD, that was impressive. He got out of 3, maybe 4 tackles there on his way to the end zone.
And a lot of times when you break a tackle or slip a tackle, it actually slows you down. That's what we were taught. If you don't make the play, make him stop his feet so someone else can get there and tackle him. But not here. He just kept right on going.
And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. That throw by Brady, incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
To throw again on second down, Brady. A pass underneath for Fournette.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Shotgun now for Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Now Lawrence to throw.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
Well, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain.
Bruce Arians taking exception to that last call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Wiggles free, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Five yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he's taken down inside the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Laviska Shenault from 13 yards out. And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And he's got this down to the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here. And
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So we hit the halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From the 30 on second down, Brady. The reception good for 7. It's third down. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. On the return, here's Agnew. Oh, he sheds himself free. There he goes, left side.
Keep going, keep running, man.
Touchdown, Jaguars. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available and incompletion as a result.
Brady now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Agnew now to return. And there he goes again. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, not able to believe their good fortune probably. First and goal at the 2. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Robinson again. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw, it's Brady. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Oh, some strong running. Still fighting for more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Again, it's Lawrence. He finds his man complete. That's Arnold. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd down and 3. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And now onto the field comes the Jags offense. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. A quick pass here to Godwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Brady now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. 7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Brady to throw again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, Parker, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Now Lawrence. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 1 play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing again on second down. Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Brady. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on second down, Brady. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. On play action, now Brady. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing ball. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. On 2nd and goal, Brady, a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Succop's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.